What's up, everybody? Welcome to Whatsup TNS. That's What's Up Things and Stuff. Today it is me, Zach, and
Heather.
And today we're gonna talk about. First, let's talk about how was your week? How was your May the 4th?
Oh, May the 4th. It was with me. Let me tell you.
Was
it with you?
It was with me.
May the 4th be with you?
Yeah, I had my hair up in buns at work, and it was awesome.
Oh, were you a pretty princess?
I was. I had the honey buns out of the vending machine.
Took some duct tape.
Yeah, and I walked around everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I left the wrapper on them.
Well, yeah, because it might have been a little sticky.
Yeah, it also made a lot of noise when I walked around. I got a lot of looks. I don't think anybody up there knew what May the 4th was, but, I celebrated it.
Hey, even if they didn't know who May the 4th was.
Who is May the 4th?
Everybody should know who Princess Leia is.
Well, they should.
So, they'd have been like, hi, you're Princess Leia with the buns on your ears.
Yeah. Or, maybe the millennials would have been like, Padme didn't have buns like that.
I don't even think millennials... Would millennials even know what episode 1, 2, or 3 is?
Yeah, they would. They'd be like, oh, yeah, the first Star Wars? Yeah, where they pod raced? And you're like, no.
No, negative.
No,
negative.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, not at all. So, yeah, how about your Revenge of the 5th? Anything going on?
I did not celebrate Revenge of the 5th. Revenge of the 5th was grueling, so I guess you could say it was revengeful.
Yes, indeed. Or Cinco de Mayo, however you want to call it,
Cinco de Mayo, yeah, which I celebrated with no liquor.
No liquor, yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
But
I really wanted some Mexican food, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I did have a siesta.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I did. It was... That was my Cinco de Mayo.
I may have had a tortilla chip.
A nice siesta. All right. Well, we're going to get into... let's see. There's a few trailers. That came out probably a few weeks ago. I can't really remember when this trailer came out, but we've been waiting for it for a long time.
Okay. DC
Comics.
Yes.
They do the straight-to-DVD movies.
Which are generally very good.
Which are really good. The first one that I remember coming out, it may have been the first one that actually came out, was The Red Hood, I think. Mm-hmm. And that one was good. Mm-hmm. That one was really good. But this one, people have been asking for a long time. Mm-hmm. And it is actually Batman the Killing Joke.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's a fan favorite.
Yes,
it's a fan favorite. And they've got Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill back. Yes. That's how it should be. Yep. Yay.
And Kevin Conroy's been in a few of the movies. Mm-hmm. I can't recall if Mark Hamill was. I don't think he was. Mm-mm. But I remember hearing. I heard a podcast a few years ago. Whenever the DC animated movies took off, mm-hmm. It was a podcast with Kevin Smith, and he actually had Mark Hamill on with him, mm-hmm. And they were talking about all of his multiple roles that he did, and one of the most memorable to everybody, aside from him being Luke, mm-hmm. Is whenever he was Joker on Batman the Animated Series.
Of course.
Because, he just has such a distinct voice for the Joker. When you hear that laugh...
Oh, it gives me goosebumps. Oh, he's so creepy. I love it. But when you hear it, you can't picture anyone else doing the voice of Joker in an animated series. You just can't.
Yeah.
They've tried. They've casted other people. And they do pretty good, but it's not Mark Hamill. You have to have Mark Hamill as Joker. it's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean,
he brings a certain something to the character.
He brings it alive. It's really amazing what he does with it. You just have to have a certain personality, I guess, or a certain oomph.
Or the chops. Hamill's got the chops. I mean,
he just brings so much life to the Joker, and how it should be. He's just a maniac.
It's both fun and haunting.
Yes.
In that podcast, whenever they were talking, it came up that DC was rolling around the idea of doing the Killing Joke, and people have been asking for it for a long time. And Hamill actually said that, if they do the Killing Joke, he really wanted to be in it. He said that would be his swan song. He said if he got to do the Killing Joke, that he would be done with the Joker.
Right.
Because that's what he wanted to do.
He really
loved that story and everything. Right. And it looks like they're doing it. And
correct me if I'm wrong, it's gonna be DC's first R-rated animated movie, right?
Yes, and
which is certainly fitting for what it is.
Yes, because the tone is extremely dark.
Oh man, yeah.
Because Alan Moore, I believe, is the writer on that, and all of his stories are generally dark.
Yeah.
And that really was a dark story. This one is rated R, but the other ones were PG-13, I believe, and they were a hard PG-13.
Right. They pushed it about as far as they could go.
Yeah.
With the PG-13 movie.
And I just don't think that they felt that this story warranted a PG-13. They needed to go just that extra little bit.
Right.
And I think I think it'll actually add more to the story. It'll actually feel like it's supposed to. Because, they're Joker's out to...
they're basically, they just want to kill one another. They do, but they don't. It's a love-hate relationship, as it always is and has been and will be. So.
Yep. And that's actually when, spoilers if you hadn't read the book.
Oh Lord. Spoilers if you have not read The Killing Joke.
It's actually
just mute it.
Yeah, just, mute it for a few seconds.
Yeah.
But it's actually when Barbara, who is Batgirl, when she actually gets paralyzed.
Right.
And she gets paralyzed by the Joker.
Dun dun dun.
As you see in the trailer, when the Joker comes in with the gun,
right,
and his little Hawaiian suit.
Oh God, that was.
His little hat, just looking crazed as ever. He looks seriously insane. Crazed
he looks
in this.
Absolutely insane, which he is. But oh man, it's a whole new level. Like, you watch the trailer, and it's a whole new level of craze, just madness.
Yeah,
it's a new level of madness for the Joker in this one.
Yeah, it is, and Mark Hamill, his voice kind of sounds. In the trailer, it sounds reminiscent of the original Joker, but it also sounds a little bit different.
It sounds darker to me, more not as comical. It doesn't have that comical sound to it like the animated series had.
Yeah, where
in
he
the
was
animated
fun
series, it was more
and
playful and kind of. But he bats,
Yeah.
Here it's just. Deep.
It's grueling.
It really is. Almost demented. That's
demented.
It's almost demented in a way. That's the word I was looking for.
Yep. Gleefully demented.
Yeah. I can't wait. I cannot wait. This summer is going to be really good. The rest of this year is going to be really good with movies. And this animated series is supposed to come out July 23rd. I believe.
Yeah, July 23rd.
If I'm reading this reading it correct.
Straight to Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital download and all that.
All that
good
jazz.
stuff.
All that jazz.
I really hope that they do. I know Best Buy from time to time has a combo pack with the graphic novel and the Blu-ray.
Oh, that would be sweet.
That would be really cool.
That would be cool if they did that.
I've already got the book, but it would be really cool to have that.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be really cool.
Or something.
I know generally they release a combo pack or an ultimate pack with like a little action figure,
something
some
in it.
little
Something
dust collector, but
Mm-hmm.
it would be really cool if they released it with the graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
That just adds something else. You can read the novel that's based on. You can watch the show.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Kind of kill both those birds with one stone and see.
There you go.
Speaking of Jokers, the new DC movie that's coming out, the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't quite on board with it.
For
the first 2 trailers or so.
Well, they always have a teaser trailer, and you're like, oh, well, that kind of piques my interest.
Yeah, the first teaser trailer.
And then the first actual trailer for it came out, and I go, this is almost too whimsical. Almost, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like it might be okay, but I don't know if I'm going to go to the theaters and see it. I don't know, I might Redbox it. It wasn't like something I was like, oh, I've got to go see this.
Yeah, like I can wait,
Yeah, I could wait on it, but
plus they didn't do Jared Leto's Joker. They didn't really do any justice with the first trailer. I mean,
right.
They just showed him once, and you're just like, okay.
But that's what piqued my interest. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, but you're like, okay, he looks like Marilyn Manson with tattoos all over his face, and he just says a line, and you don't really get a feel for the character.
Right.
Or how he's going to play him.
Right. But I'm a fan of Jared Leto, so.
Well.
Oh. He's so hot. No. But, then the first initial trailer came out. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, but
maybe.
This second trailer that came out, however, was much more appealing.
Yes, it was.
I may actually go to the theaters and see it.
Yeah.
It was more action packed. It kind of told you more about what they're doing and kind of, how they are. Like, each one of them had more of a line in the trailer, and kind of shows you what each character does.
Yeah.
Shows more the Joker. Of course, it showed snippets of Batman, and who knows? We may see a good bit, we may see a little bit. We don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and all I'm saying is that the songs that are in the trailers, I really hope they put those on the soundtrack because, man, I'll just go and buy the soundtrack. I mean, those songs are really good.
Yeah, they kind of have a good little that those songs might be the tone of the movie. I mean, because they're kind of upbeat, kind of fun songs,
I like them.
And it kind of seems like the movie, with this last trailer, it's more appealing. Mm-hmm. It kind of seems like the movie's just going to be kind of a nice action-packed, fun romp, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
It just looks like it's going to be nice, kind of mindless fun that will kind of try to tie into the DCU that they're trying to do with these cinematics.
Yeah, I think they are. It's kind of, at the beginning of the second trailer, they mentioned Superman. So that's kind of, it's like, oh, well, they might tie into what's going on in Metropolis. I don't know.
Yeah, and the Batfleck's in it. The Batfleck.
Batfleck.
Yeah, Batfleck there.
Batfleck there. Yeah.
So, and Jared Leto's Joker, he had a lot more lines, and I like where he's going with it.
his talking's kind of weird.
Talking's weird, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fitting for the way he looks and presents himself.
He almost sounds like a gangster, like a mob boss, to me he kind of has that tone of a, I don't know, like just a crazy mob boss in a way. I don't know.
He does kind of seem that way.
Yeah. So I'm curious.
A kingpin?
Maybe, perhaps.
You know?
Yeah. It's definitely, just watching the trailer, it's definitely a different take on Joker. Of course, every movie that they have a Joker in is always a different take. I mean, you've seen that since day one. And
it's such a flexible character.
It really
can go either way.
The Joker. It could be comical. It could be, more anarchy. It could be whatever Jared Leto's Joker is. I mean, you don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah. It definitely seems. I mean, he's definitely crazy. You can tell from the trailers, and he presents himself more in the trailers.
Right.
I mean, and he has a presence.
Yeah, and it's known, and his laugh is just creep show.
Yeah, but when he strains the laugh out, though, I'm like,
it almost sounds like a toy Jack in the Box thing or something. It's weird. I'm like, ooh,
yeah, but granted, the trailer starts off with Joker's laugh extremely strained, and it's out of context of anything, and it sounds really weird.
It does. It really does.
I want to know, where that laugh comes from.
Yeah.
Is he, gotten beat to crap, and he's still laughing?
Yeah. Yeah, because it almost, to me, it kind of sounds like, the Keaton Batman, the very first Batman with Keaton. Yeah. At the end, whenever Joker falls, and it's got that laugh box.
The laugh box, yeah.
That's kind of what it reminded me of. Yeah, it reminded me of that, but like it's a laugh box or a toy that's playing out, like it's almost dying,
Right.
That's kind of what it reminds me of, and it's really weird.
Yeah, and out of context, you're like, where does it come from? You can make so many thoughts on that.
So many thoughts come to mind.
It's
me personally, I'm a fan of Harley Quinn.
Were you a fan of Harley Quinn before she was cool?
Yes, I'm not. Oh my God, Harley Quinn, she's so awesome.
She's so cute and fun.
She's so cute. I loved her. No, yes, I have been fan of Harley Quinn since the animated series.
Yes, that was her first appearance. Was on the animated series.
She's just so dingy, but she's smart, but she's just.
Yeah. She was a psychiatrist.
Right. Right. I mean, she can get into your head.
Yeah.
So I love the character of Harley Quinn, and this will be the first time they've really portrayed her on screen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie?
I believe that's her name, yeah.
She's got some big shoes to fill, and I'm really curious to see how she portrays Harley Quinn, because Joker can go any direction. So if you think about it, Harley Quinn can too, in a way,
Yeah, but
because they're kind of one and the same, but she got messed up by the Joker.
Yeah.
Her mind got jacked.
She was actually working with the Joker when she was
his psychiatrist, right?
She was a psychiatrist.
At Arkham.
She'd get into everybody's head but his, and he got into hers.
And he got into hers, and boy, woo, messed her up big time.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see how she portrays that character.
Yeah, and plus, she's laying the groundwork for anybody to play her in the future.
Right.
Much like in the first Batman.
Right.
Well, that's not the first time the Joker's been on screen. There was Adam West, but that was a completely different era.
Yeah, right. He was more clownish then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, she's going to lay the groundwork for this character. Mm-hmm. You know, the groundwork was laid in the animated series,
right.
But as it goes now,
right.
real world like movies are, she's laying the ground for any actresses in the future.
Right. And, you know, they've portrayed, you know, she started with the animated series. They've had her in video games, and they've had her in DC animated series, different ones. And, you know, with each thing, you know, she has different outfits. She has different weapons. She has different personalities. So, you know, they kind of had a good bit to work with as far as filming.
Yeah.
So, and when you look at her, she still has that Harley Quinn kind of personality.
Yeah.
Dress-wise, you know, clothing-wise, it's a little different, but hey, I mean, you know, look at the Joker.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I mean,
well,
you
yeah,
kinda,
that's true. But
you just,
it seems like
you just do your own thing, I guess.
It seems like with every iteration of Harley Quinn, she gets less and less clothing.
Yeah, and that's kind of sad because, I mean, in the animated series...
Well, she had a jester suit.
Right, full body jester suit. So it's like, oh, please, you know. So maybe, who knows, maybe if they have a second Suicide Squad, maybe she'll have a jester suit. We don't know, or at least part of one, maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know.
You know, I saw on YouTube where they analyzed the trailer, and I didn't actually watch it. I wanted to go back and watch it, but... They say that there's like an Easter egg of Harley Quinn's actual jester suit. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch that, but I read about it, and apparently it's after, you know, they're out and they're talking with the military guys, and they're changing into actual street clothes instead of their prison garb, and, you know, it's this big...
pile of clothes?
Well, no, it's not a pile of clothes. It's like this... trunk full of clothes.
Yeah.
And they're, you know, getting stuff out and laying by the trunk. I mean, it's like a quick shot. It's her jester suit laying by it. And it's like, it makes you go, is that really what that is? But, I mean, you got to look close. 'Cause, I mean, it's, them Eagle Eye fans, man. I mean, they just notice all kinds of stuff.
And, you know, I hope it's not something that they do in the movie where they're like, digging through the trunk, and she goes, "Oh, what is that? That's horrific. I would never wear something like that," and throw it down on the ground, because that would be too tongue-in-cheek, though. I mean, I think it would be too corny if they did that. I mean, it would just be like, you know?
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, going by the trailers, it
probably
is. I mean, it kind of is corny in a way, but... Yeah. You know, we'll have to see. I'm excited about it. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Ish, maybe.
Good.
I have hopes. I have hopes for it.
We can have hopes.
We
can have hopes, you know. And, of course, everybody had hopes for BVS, and I haven't personally seen it yet, but I haven't heard good things about it.
Right.
And I was psyched for it. Then when I heard that it wasn't what everybody was expecting it to be, then I really didn't want to go see it in theaters. It kind of killed everything.
Right.
So I'm going to wait for that one. But hopefully, I'm going to wait for that one on DVD. But hopefully, we can make it to go see this one before we hear any negative stuff about it. And make us just completely not want to see it. Because it does look fun. So if any DCU could pull off the happy, fun, kind of whimsical thing, I would think that it would be Suicide Squad.
Which is so weird, because it's like, Suicide Squad? Whimsical? But yeah, I mean, because what was the animated...
Assault on Arkham.
Assault on Arkham. That was a really good animated show. I mean, it was. But there was some funny parts in it. I mean, it was so... It was silly.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think they did Harley Quinn good in that.
They did Harley Quinn very well in it. And that was the one that they had a different voice for Joker. And we were like, oh, it's just not Mark Hamill.
I don't really know how to feel about this.
I don't know. I have mixed emotions here. But yeah, that was good. And you're right. And you could tell by the trailer, I mean, they have all these greens and purples and pinks, and
Yeah,
it's so bright.
It's punky.
Yeah, it really is.
It's punky. It's a punky thing, kind of, you know. I think this, you know, this could go to, I mean, it could offshoot some other things, like, I don't know, hell, Harley could get her own kind of thing. Something could go on with her.
Yeah, I mean, they could do. You think they would ever do a standalone Harley movie? Like maybe a backstory leading up to?
No, I don't think they would do that.
You don't think?
No, probably not. There's probably some backstory on everybody in this movie.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, granted, hopefully it'll be very brief, because was there like 5, 6 of them?
Yeah.
So I hope a lot of the superhero backstory stuff is kind of behind us.
Yeah, well, you know, we've had too many repeats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've had a lot of.
We already know. We know about Bruce Wayne. We know about Clark Kent. There's so many repeats.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
Yeah.
Let's try something. I mean, I know you can only do so much, but let's try something fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody really wants to see a long drawn out origin story anymore. It's just like superheroes on screen do a story.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it awesome.
Awesome.
Let's try that.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, rumor has it, and I think it is confirmed, that Batfleck is having his own standalone movie.
He's doing his own thing. Because I honestly think Batfleck's going to be this DCU's Batman.
You think?
Because, I mean, they did Man of Steel basically kicked it off.
Right.
Then they did BVS. Mm-hmm. And they're doing Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad's mentioning everything else.
And it has Batfleck in it.
Yeah, Batfleck. So, I think he is. And, you know, Ben Affleck's nuts for Batman.
Yeah.
You know, and I have not seen BVS.
I know, it's crazy.
I have not seen it, but
we haven't heard too many good things about it, though.
No, haven't heard too many good things. But me personally, I like what I see of Ben Affleck as Batman.
Right.
He's kind of that older, grizzled, hardened Batman.
Right.
You know, which the movie's already out. You know, I may be completely wrong, but I haven't seen it. Uh-huh. But from just what I'm seeing in the trailers, making my own hypotheses here. But
right.
But I do kind of like the way Batfleck looks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's more of the Dark Knight-ish Batman.
Yeah.
You know, Dark Knight Returns Batman.
Right.
But I'm excited for some of the other stuff coming down the pipeline in the DCU. Like, I'm really stoked that Aquaman's getting his own movie. Like, for real.
Well, I'm excited about who's playing Aquaman. Ooh wee.
Jason Momoa.
Goodness.
Didn't we have the discussion? Is he Samoan? He's not Samoan, is he? Well, his name's Jason Momoa.
He's hot.
But wasn't he like Puerto Rican or something?
No, he's something, but he is. You know, I think he'll be very fitting. You know, for Aquaman, he's all buff.
Well, and the pictures of Aquaman, actually, he looks cool. He looks like a warrior.
Yeah.
He really does. He looks like a tribal kind of warrior, and he doesn't really look like you want to mess with him.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, if you know what's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is Samoan. He's from Hawaii. Yes, he's playing Aquaman. Woohoo! Because it's supposed to be released 2018-ish, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere in there. It could be jostled around a good bit.
But is James Wan still the director? I mean, because
Well, that stuff went around saying that he was thinking about abandoning it, and then he posted a deal on, I think it was his Instagram or something, of him standing in front of a big ass picture of Aquaman. So
yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I think he's still
on board.
in
he's
for
on
it.
Board? Oh, good. Okay.
And I really hope they do him justice, because Jeff Johns, whenever he took over the Aquaman book, my gosh, that was some of the best. I mean, I never liked Aquaman until
nobody did
until Jeff Johns started writing Aquaman,
right.
And oh my gosh, it was amazing. And the DC DVD movie, cartoon movie, whatever you want to call it, Throne of Atlantis, that is a really good...
that was really good.
A really good movie.
Yeah, it really was. I was this is Aquaman. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed with Aquaman.
All right.
Jeff Johns'
I might
story.
give him a chance.
It's really good. It's really good. He has a way of breathing life into these characters that people don't really care for. Like I mean, he did Green Lantern. Green Lantern was its best whenever he was in it. Whenever he was writing for it, that's when it really, took off too. Granted, the Green Lantern movie.
Oh God!
And he was kind
terrible.
of executive direct producing or whatever. He was on set a lot with it, and it still dropped the ball horrifically.
Yeah, it was
terrible product placement and
terrible. Oh gosh!
And the movie was just
bad.
bad.
Glad Ryan Reynolds they made up for it with Deadpool. Holy cow!
But I will say one thing about the Green Lantern movie. I did like everything leading up until he became Green Lantern, until he got the ring.
Yeah.
Everything leading up into that, he was this pilot, and he was a smart ass, and he was basically Ryan Reynolds, but he played that character really good. But it's like whenever he turned into Green Lantern, then everything just went.
It was no good no more.
Yeah, it went off the walls, and I didn't like it. And one of the main people that I wanted to see in that movie, Kilowog, he's only in there for like a few seconds, and it's like, oh, all right, that was it.
Well, I mean, again, rumor has it that they're going to make a Green Lantern Corps movie. So, who in 2020 is
how are they
to be
gonna?
the day. I don't know.
Are they just gonna start off and with Oa, and it's just like there's all these Green Lanterns and
no clue.
But we don't want any more origin stuff, so it's just like bam, Green Lanterns everywhere.
Let's just start there. I mean, anything will be better than the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
Yeah, then bring in the orange Lantern, bring in Larfleeze and be all like. It would be pretty cool to just kind of just bring him in there a little bit, because he's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean DC's got a lot of stuff coming up the pipeline. I hope that all the negative stuff about BVS didn't really sully their attempts too much. But I kind of feel like they kind of jumped into this universe thing too quickly. Whereas Marvel, on the other side of it, they built up very gradually. Very, very gradually.
And their movies are, I don't know of any Marvel movie in the last couple of years that's been not good. Thor movies are good. Iron Man movies are good.
Yeah, well, we like
the
Thor movies. They can be disputed with some other people. Some people didn't like them. I personally did not even want to watch Thor 1. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't really care for Thor. I don't want to watch it. Then you actually got me to watch it, and I was like, oh, wow. That was a really good movie. I enjoyed it.
Great. Yes.
And
my favorite.
I still need to get you to watch the first Captain America.
I know. But for me, it's the same reason. It's like Captain America. Pfft.
Yeah, but
whatever.
It's good.
I know.
It's good.
Avengers, great. great movie. I never was a fan of any of the Spider-Man movies, unfortunately. I never was a fan of any of the Hulk movies.
Well, granted, Spider-Man was owned by Fox at that time.
Yeah,
so
true.
Now they're just now getting Spider-Man.
Was he Amazing Spider-Man?
Disney side. No, Amazing Spider-Man was still Fox.
Okay, so all those.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man was Fox with the pretty boy. What's his name?
I don't know. We're gonna call him Pretty Boy.
And then with Seabiscuit, the other ones. that was Fox too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, those were absolutely not good. You know,
I liked the ones with Seabiscuit.
I actually watched the very first one with Seabiscuit in it, and it just, I couldn't even watch it all the way through. I was like,
it's not bad. And Sam Raimi directed it.
Still not that good for me.
Bruce Campbell's in it.
Well, yeah, that's about the only good part. That little snippet about this big.
Yeah.
I'm holding my hands very close together.
He actually gave Spider-Man his name.
Yeah.
Because he was...
That's the best part of the movie.
I can't even remember what he said his name was. And Bruce Campbell's like, that's a terrible name.
Yeah.
And he's
snippet,
like...
this big.
Here's Spider-Man. And he's like, that's not my name.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about it.
And he fought Macho Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Still a terrible movie.
It was good.
Anyway.
And as much as I don't like the second one, I love the second one.
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what was the one with the black costume? Was that the second one?
Venom?
Yeah.
No, that was the third one.
That was the third one.
That was the third one.
What the hell was... Oh, the second one was Doc Ock. Yeah. The third one. As much as I don't like the third one, I like the third one. Yeah, it's a love-hate thing.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's like it's like watching Wolverine Origins.
Oh, yeah.
As much as I don't like that movie, I love it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the one with Sabretooth, right? His brother?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that's the one with Sabretooth.
Yeah.
And the terrible, terrible Deadpool. Absolutely horrific.
I'm not even gonna, I can't even, like, we'll just remember Deadpool in that one at the beginning of the movie whenever he's being awesome. The end of it whenever he turns into whatever the hell he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
No.
And they sewed his mouth shut, and it's an abomination. We're not even going to go into that.
I can't even. I just can't even go there.
But Marvel gradually went into their expanded universe.
And most of the Marvel movies are great, and they're continuously building. Like the reviews for Civil War
which comes out today.
They've already been rolling in. It is absolutely fantastic. Like Rotten Tomatoes give it 93%. Yay! Yeah. So I've heard great.
What did Rotten Tomatoes give BVS? Like
terrible. Yeah, they just gave it a.
They gave it a raspberry.
They gave it a thumbs down. Yeah, but
granted, we can't say anything. We don't have an opinion about it.
I don't have an opinion. So, hearing this, but I have heard and trailer looks great. Apparently, you have to pick a side. I don't know that I could.
On Civil War?
Oh yeah.
You have to pick a side?
Yeah, Team Cap or Team Iron Man.
Why do you have to pick a side?
Because the Civil War, they're battling. It's
what
like
if I want
they have two different opinions. It's like they have two different perspectives on things.
I want to ride the fence.
Can't do that.
Why?
Guys. Are you a peacemaker?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you're just going to get slaughtered by the war that's going on.
Well, then I would probably end up being absorbed by Captain America's people, maybe. If I was a peacemaker.
Yeah, more than likely.
Probably.
Because he fights for justice, and the Team Iron Man probably fights for,
But how crazy is it that, from the way it looks,
Just our opinion.
with Captain America was, in the military and everything. And
Right.
fighting for America and everything. How crazy is it that, like, his side, at least from the way it looks, is the side that's basically...
For the people?
Yeah. Like, rebelling against the government side, which is what it looks like Tony Stark's side is for the government. Like, how crazy is that?
What era was he in the military?
That was, World War II, I think.
Okay.
Was it World War II?
World War?
Let's
try to say that like 4 times.
World War... No, I'm not even going to try to say it again.
Well...
But yeah, I mean, it was a long ass time ago, because he crashed his ship in the ice and the ice water, and he got froze.
Mm-hmm. Frozed?
Yeah, he got froze.
Frozed. Okay, so Captain America is based 1942. Okay.
Like, you're talking about when he first came out, like, actual physically in comic book form, or...
No, that's...
Or the era that he became Captain America in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, well, that's when he was
Cinematic Universe.
That's when he was fighting in the military.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was 1942. Without getting all politically government crazy here, that's whenever they were fighting for America.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So they were fighting for the people, for America in that era. Today's a little different. And not meaning anything by
that. Yeah, well,
but...
and plus it's saying, the government's basically wanting to control the mutants from the way it looks. It looks like, well, not mutants, superheroes.
Yeah, right. Well, control... Yeah, kind of what they do and how they do things, because they have different powers and different things.
Yeah, because, people are scared because, y'all go out and do y'all's own thing. The people are scared that you might turn against...
There's no control over it.
Yeah, so we're just going to control you and do what's right for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Captain America's like, no, we don't need anybody to tell us what's right.
Yeah.
So
we're fighting for justice and people, and we're protecting our country from these baddies.
Yeah, so I want to see it. I think it'll be good.
I think it'll be great.
I want to see it.
I think it will be great. We gotta pick a team at the end of we gotta pick a side.
I don't know.
If you think about it, even before seeing it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Makes you go, I don't know.
I don't know. Who you think Underoos is gonna stay with Iron Man?
He might be the Peacemaker. I don't know.
He might be the me.
You might be the Spider-Man.
I might be the Spider-Man.
We don't know. He seems like he could be a peacemaker kind of guy.
Yeah,
He could just be fighting all kinds of baddies.
I could be Underoos.
That's right.
I'm anxious to see what Black Panther's like.
Yeah, he seems really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty cool. And it seems all of a sudden too. Mm-hmm. They're just like, yeah, and here's Black Panther, and he's
and they're really hyping him up big time. He does look badass.
He does.
He really does. So I'm really excited about that. Well, I'm excited about all these movies coming out this summer. Here's now, beginning of summer, there's the DC animated Killing Jokes coming out July. Suicide Squad in August. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Summer full of movies. Woo!
Summer full of movies. We need to see Civil War really soon.
Yes.
But it's probably going to be in theaters for a while. Granted, if it does as well as other Marvel movies, they'll stay in there for a minute.
Yeah, for couple weeks. Several weeks.
Maybe 2 months. Month and a half. 2.
We're pushing it.
No,
maybe 5-6 weeks.
We're
maybe.
Not pushing it.
Maybe.
Look at how long Avengers 1 was in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's our thoughts on these current movies coming out and trailers. So let us know what you thought of our episode. And you can follow us on Twitter at Whatsup _TNS. Or you can drop us an email at whatsuptns@gmail.com. And we'll see you next time.
We will. Thank you so much for listening. We want more feedback.
More feedback.
Right
now we have no feedback.
We have none, but we will. Thank you guys for listening. I'm Heather.
I'm Zach.
We'll see you next time.